When Halloween rolls around, I love to relive some of my favorite spooky levels in Rare games. Mad Monster Mansion, Creepy Castle, Bachelor's Mansion. But there's an entire game made by Rare dedicated to the season. Yep, that's right, Grabbed by the Mother-Grabbing Ghoulies. Grabbed by the Ghoulies is a beat-em-up where you play as Cooper who needs to save his girlfriend Amber trapped inside a haunted mansion filled with many spooky creatures. You got mummies, vampires, vampire chickens, hunchbacks, and of course, a lot of mysteries. Today we explore Ghoulhaven Hall and the many creatures that live in it and question everything. This is the Mysteries of Grabbed by the Ghoulies. The Brothers Grimm. Like me, you've probably realized that the Grim Reaper in Ghoulies isn't Rare's first go-around with the character. The Grim Reaper is also present in a little game called, I don't know, Conker's Bad Fur Day. The appearance of the characters and even their personalities are wildly different though. The one in Ghoulies is much taller and seems to have eyeballs, while Greg in Conker is a lot shorter and a straight-up skeleton. So they obviously look different. Could these two be the same character though? I don't think so. While we don't see any other Grim Reapers in Conker, Greg does offer one little bit of dialogue we can read into. After Conker comments on his stature, he responds with, "How many Reapers have you met?" implying there are other Reapers. I believe there are more Reapers and they are chosen after death, which is why the two Reapers look completely different. It's almost like a sheriff of the afterlife and each sheriff has a designated area or maybe even species. The one from Ghoulies covers humans, and the one from Conker covers squirrels and cats, I guess. Possibly other species, I don't know, we don't really know. It also seems like the Reaper in Ghoulies is straight to business with ending lives and reaping souls, while Greg isn't good at it and needs Conker's help. Perhaps Greg is in training and the Ghoulies Reaper is a full-fledged. Frankie Says shirt. In the servants' dormitory, Cooper can find a special shirt discarded in a pile just along the wall. If you maneuver the camera, it reveals the slogan, Frankie Says. While there are a number of shirts that allude to Banjo-Kazooie or Rare in general in Grabbed by the Ghoulies, this shirt only appears once in the entire game. So what is the significance of this shirt? What does Frankie Says mean? Apparently it's a nod to the 1983 song Relax by Frankie Goes to Hollywood, which spawned a line of Frankie Says Relax shirts. So what's it doing here? I find it funny it's next to a bed. Perhaps it's literally telling us to relax and rest. Well, we can. Bonus book ? Exploring the upper corridors during the riddle chapter of Grabbed by the Ghoulies, you may find something interesting, as your seeking skills will lead you to a bonus book hidden in a vase, far off the beaten path. Take a moment to peer into the next room from your current view, however, and you'll spot 11 unobtainable bonus books intricately arranged to form a ? Since this isn't an Arkham game and you can't squeeze in between the bars, these books will remain sprawled out at an arm's reach for the remainder of the game, never to be collected. Looking on the map, it seems that the door that leads to this gated area is found in the grand hallway, and the door that would lead into the secret room is found boarded up. In an interview with some of the team behind the game on Rare Replay, we learned that they intended to have a museum with cut content from the game. Perhaps this would lead there. A scrapped area with a secret? Boy, we sure haven't seen those before with a Rare game, am I right? Gwenyth Von Ghoul. Originally shown during the E3 2001 teaser, Gwenyth Von Ghoul appears at the very end of the video you can unlock in Grabbed by the Ghoulies. And holy crap, this is the spookiest looking character I think within the game. At least in my opinion. You'll find her portraits and even ghostly presence around Ghoulhaven Hall, but it's a mystery what her original role would have been, considering the prominent role she seemed to have at the end of the video. For now, her ghostly spirit roams the halls of the manor. I have an interesting little idea though. Perhaps this was originally intended to be a ghoul form of Barbara Buffbrass. Since we get a ghoul form of Amber, maybe other characters were originally intended to change as well at some point. It's purely based on looks and the bizarre role this lady seems to have at the mansion, but I can't help but see a few similarities here. Mystery Couple. When you advance to the kitchen for the first time, you'll find Ma Soup's Will helpless against fire imps, which plays out in a cutscene. If you look carefully though, as Cooper comes into view, you'll see a bulletin board that seems to show a real couple. Perhaps someone from Rare? When the scene pans over, the photo is instantly replaced with that of Mr. Pants. Who is this couple? Why are they censored? Maybe they broke up, and they requested it to be cut out. Honestly though, they probably just forgot to change it, but if you can identify who this is, tell us in the comments below. Hidden passages. In the basement and the relic store, it's possible to find a series of hidden passages that have been bricked up. Looking just beyond, players can make out a staircase going up in both instances, but without any way to pass through the bricks, what lies beyond will forever be out of reach. I know I sat there and tried everything to take them down, but to no avail. I mean, this obviously was intended to be something. And I'm not crazy, this definitely looks like something special. In the grand hallway, players can approach the eastern wing of the manor to find another passage bricked up entirely. Given that this would have led to the embassy ballroom as a shortcut, it's odd that the passage would be blocked up to prevent access. I'm starting to think maybe the Baron had these areas bricked up so he wouldn't be able to move through as quickly. It's purely because he dislikes us. Or he's hiding something in these halls. Stop and Swop. Inside the schoolroom, players can find an intriguing whiteboard that has the following homework assignment. 1. Collect ice key. 2. Collect eggs. 3. Activate the secret level. The ice key and eggs are references to the 7 secret items hidden in Banjo-Kazooie that at the time didn't seem to do anything. What makes this mystery particularly interesting is that the Ghoulies teased a secret level that could be activated if players collected 4 of the 6 eggs as shown on the board. This caused speculation across the interwebs trying to find which of the 4 eggs were genuine and which 2 were fakes. Unfortunately, no combination would activate the secret level teased in Ghoulies. What could the secret level have been? The Banjo-Kazooie Connection. There are multiple points in the game that reference Banjo-Kazooie. In the intro, we can see a game case, and judging by the case, it's allegedly for Banjo-Tooie on the original Xbox, which was never a thing. And when the book opens, we see a Banjo-Kazooie sticker and Banjo-Tooie stickers, along with a post-it note pointing to reviews of the game. We've got the mounted heads, one saying Breagle and the other Banjo straight up. Captain Black Eye's Barnacle Remover, Minjella and Blobelda Dog Bowls, Guffo's Beans. There are so many subtle references with items throughout the game. And in addition to all of this, we have several portraits throughout the game of characters from the Banjo games, as well as the main bad himself, Baron Von Ghoul, sporting some very nice Banjo pajamas. The connection to Banjo is apparent, but the question is, how does it connect? Is Grabbed by the Ghoulies in the Banjo universe? Well, in a way I'd say yes. Here's my theory. In Nuts and Bolts you can see Ghoulhaven Hall, and yes, that is Ghoulhaven Hall in the distance. And since Showdown Town seems to be accessed via portals, it's plausible that Banjo's world is one portal that can be accessed by Baron Von Ghoul, who lives in the world Showdown Town takes place in. He collects Banjo-related things because he's a fan, thanks to visiting Banjo Land and learning all about their adventures. The mounted heads aren't actually Banjo and Kazooies, but ones that just look like them, and he thought it would be funny to put those names underneath. Imps are Minjos? I actually want to connect something even further. The Imps are the very first enemy you encounter in the game, and obviously they resemble Jinjos and Minjos quite a bit. But if we have a connection to Showdown Town, and there are in fact Minjos there, could these be Minjos who wandered off? Jinjos are normally friendly, and Minjos are evil, so that's why I'm inclined to think Minjos are more likely over Jinjos. However, it could be both. I think the reason they look a little different are because they're ghoulified by Dr. Crackpot. Yeah, Imps could be ghoulified Minjos and maybe also Jinjos themselves. How do they ghoulify? Connecting even further to Banjo-Kazooie, I wonder if Dr. Crackpot learned how to ghoulify things by reverse engineering Gruntilda's machine from Banjo-Kazooie. It's just a bit reaching, but perhaps he miniaturized it and likes the effects of people turning into bullish green monsters. It doesn't necessarily say that all monsters and ghoulies are created by him. In fact, I believe the Hunchbacks just came to live there since they sort of fit in. Perhaps he gets monsters in naturally and will use them to ghoulify other things that are under his control. Until we know for sure, it's all a mystery. Special thank you and shout out to RareGamer for providing a bunch of mysteries and cool facts for this video. Definitely go check out their website and socials, dropping them in the description below. Well, that's all I have for you. Please drop a like in this video. It helps spread my content around, and subscribe if you haven't for more videos like this. If you want some more spookiness and creepy rareware titles, go check out my video on 10 times rareware became scareware. Until next time, have a good one.